Okay, here we are. Book 2. We did Stitch in Time, and then we did ball gowns and butterflies. This is book 2. Stitch was 1, and then ball gowns and butterflies was 1.5. It was an in-between novella. And now we are doing A Twist of Fate. And my initial complaint. Oh, and welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Kristina. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music. And I could appreciate a few likes and subscribes. I don't get too many, and it would really help if I get the likes. Be most appreciative. And I don't sometimes I forget to ask for a like or subscribe. There's this one guy on the internet, and he's got millions of subscribers. And I don't know how he does it. I've never seen it before. I've never seen it on any other thing before. But when he has a live chat, he's got this box under the chat box. Yes, I have hit the like button, or oh no, I'll go ahead and do that now. And I'm like, huh? But anyways, let's get back to it. So my initial complaint is that we don't know who she is for over 17 pages. But you recognize him. If you read the, well, it's mentioned a little bit in the first book, in A Stitch. But in the novella, they actually attend a party at the house, and August is the brother of the guy giving the party, so he's there. He's also William's best friend and childhood friend, and knows Rosalind's secret. That's important. That's very important. Good Lord. So, it isn't until we're several pages in that I realize who the guy is. He's August, and he's William's pal. So that's like, oh, okay, I know who we're talking about now. But I still don't know her name. She's telling the story. She's not like, hey, I'm Rosalind and blah, 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 blah. No, it takes pages to get her little snippet. So, then she worries. She's in bed. She's with her husband. She's all snuggy-wuggly. And she goes, oh, good God. When I was at the house, I took my wedding ring off because we were doing dishes. I need to go back to the house and get my wedding ring. So she doesn't want August to think that she's not in love with him, because August is a little on the insecure side, and she doesn't want him getting mad at her for taking her wedding ring, although she was doing dishes. Although in her century, I don't think they had, well, I guess they had indoor plumbing. They have the drains. Yeah, I guess so. So anyways, she decides to get out of bed, because it's stressing her up the yin-yang. I gotta go get my ring before August wakes up. So she gets out of bed in the middle of the night, a nice warm cozy bed, gets all dressed, gets on her horse, goes 7 miles over to Thorn Manor. Ow! Alright. She put her nails in my knee. We're a little late with the brushing today. So anyways, where was I? So she goes over to the Thorn House, and we know the Thorn House has those rooms or those little spaces where if you go into it, you time travel. So she goes all the way over to the house, goes in the kitchen, gets her wedding ring, puts the wedding ring on. She gets startled by a ghost. She doesn't want to get caught in the house. She thinks it's the person at first. And she runs through the rooms or whatever. Oh, and then she sees the kitten. And she sees the kitten. And she goes to get the kitten. And she ends up in a new time frame. And she's looking at the house. It's not furnished. The grass is 10 feet high out front. Stuff is going on here. She determines that she has time traveled to the future, and she remembers the stuff about Rosalind. She's heard a little snippets here and there. She slowly, and we're just told about it. It doesn't happen on screen or on stage, as one of my authors says. If you're told that if you sit down to lunch with somebody and they have the conversation at lunch and you know what they're eating, that's on stage. But if you're told, oh, we had lunch last week, blah, 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 that's off stage. So most of this is off stage. You're just told about it, like a little summary type situation. She did all the stuff she did, all the stuff she accomplished, and then she opened up herself a bakery, and she was doing very well in her bakery. And she's there 4 years when Rosalind and William come in. No, Bronwyn and William come in. And I was screaming and yelling at the page. Well, talk to them. Get their attention. Say something to them. And she doesn't. So, now that she knows that she realizes you can go back and forth, she makes all these preparations. She gets the vintage clothing. She discovers the vintage clothing closet in the Thorn House. And she gets some money. There's some money there too. She takes some money from the Thorn House. And she finds the stitch. She goes back in time. And she has this whole thing planned out. She's gonna go back to the house. In the middle of going back to the house, this woman comes up to her and gives her her bag and leaves. Apparently, it was the house is looking for governesses, and the governesses are having a really hard time staying. Apparently, they're being frightened off. So Rosalind takes it upon herself. She's got a wig and contact lenses and glasses, and she's gonna go pretend to be the new governess. So she gets to the house, and she's hired as the new governess, and she's getting to know her son and the staff, and it seems that Edmund is away a lot on business, and when he's home, he spends all of his time with his son. August is away on business, and he spends a whole bunch of time with his son, Edmund. I've been switching the names all day. It's driving me crazy. So it takes a couple days, and stuff starts happening to her. There's blood on her sheets in the morning. There's seawater or swamp water in the bedroom one morning. All this stuff is going on, and she's realizing that this is how the other governesses were frightened away. And even at one point, she's accused of doing this stuff. And then August comes home from his trip, and she's been teaching her son how to read. She discovers he has dyslexia like she does, so she's helping him with that stuff. And I'm sitting there going, say something, say something, say something. She rescues her son. Her son sees ghosts and talks to ghosts like Miranda does. And Rosalind does. And he's got ghosts that are friends, but he's also got a ghost that wants to kill him. For villainous reasons. Then he's also got live people that are pretending to be ghosts that want him gone too, for various reasons, nefarious reasons. So we got this whole situation, and it takes her forever. She also learns that there are a couple different versions of her death. Her disappearance. One is that she went away during the night on horseback and never returned. Another one is she drowned in the lake. There's a couple of different versions of her death. And the family, August especially, feels abandoned. He was always afraid that Rosalind was going to leave him. And with all this crazy stuff going on, she writes a letter to William and Bronwyn to please come and help her explain to August what has happened. And it takes them several days to get her letter and venture over. And they're like, oh, that was you in that bakery. Why didn't you say something? Well, why didn't you say something? Why was it fake? The space-time continuum stuff. So anyways. So like I said, there's been all these hauntings, and then someone poisons August. And she's accused of being the poisoner, and she gets locked up. She gets put in the basement, all this kind of stuff, when all he wants to do is see her, because in his delusions, he saw her without her wig, without her contacts, and realizes that she's his wife. So he's 100% in from once he realizes who she is, he's in it for the get-go. But the rest of the staff thinks she's evil and all this kind of stuff. But the people that think that she's wrong are the people that are trying to kill her. So there's a couple of twisty turns at the end here that you didn't see coming, the light bulb moments. But we got to get through a few tragic moments of August being sick, and then Edmund being lured away from the house by a supposed ghost. And he gets in a harrowing situation. But I am looking forward to the next Christmas book. Snowstorm and Sleigh Bells will be here tomorrow. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see which couple. Is it Rosalind and August? Or is it Bronwyn and William? Or is it all four couples? Do we meet somebody new for the next book, which is A Turn of the Tide? We shall see. And if you could please hit the like and subscribe. I'm enjoying the heck out of these. I completely forgot they existed. I did the first video on the first book last year, and I had plans to get the rest of these, and then forgot about them. And her other series came through, and we just did that for time, if then time. And after I finished all that, I'm like, oh shoot, there was another series. So I'm binging this one, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. So if you haven't watched all my Louise and Brooke, Lucy, and Louise, I think it's Penny. Oh, don't quote me on that. And Karen Marie Monings, and all the if thens. And if not, if you're having a question, September, or actually last week, my if then on time travel lists all the books that I've binged, all the time travel books I've binged in the last month. So if you could please hit the like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Have a good one.